Going live. Going live. And we're probably going to be live right now. It's you on the top of your screen. Yes, yes. We are live. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. It was, it happens. Either you have the issues of a live event, and there are a lot of issues with live events, in-person events, or you just have some technical difficulties. But guess what? We are women. Hear us roar. We sorted it out. We did have the help of a man. Thank you. I'm going to throw that one in there. But everyone, thank you again for coming to our very first International Speakers Conference. And I am so excited to introduce our first guest, because when we put out the call, because we wanted to get some good representation, she was like right on top of it. And we bonded via email. And then we bonded some more via an Instagram chat. So much so, like, I'm telling you, when phase 25, when the world opens up, when I'm open phase 25, I am going to the UK. You will be seeing some IG stuff going on with Kalina and I, because we are going out. Okay? Cappuccinos, vodkas, whatever it is. But today you are going to learn about the 3 C's. I am going to back away. And I'm going to leave it all up to Kalina. Everyone, if you're going to see Kalina and her screen, if you would like to see the screen larger, just double tap her presentation screen, and then it will expand for you. And then you'll see her in a little box. And I will be in the chat. Please comment in the event chat. I will try to monitor the stage and the event chat. But enough of me. It's time for Kalina. Kalina, it's all yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dwania, for having me. It's an honor for me to be here with all of you fantastic ladies. And my hope for today is that you will leave today inspired, empowered. You will leave not only with strategies to grow your business, but also with tools to have a better quality of life, right? So I am very excited to be with you here, and I'm going to try to dive in as quickly as possible. Please let me know if you can see everything on the screen. I will probably shorten a little bit my introduction, but I would also love to find out a bit more about you guys. And so while I'm introducing myself, I would love for you to share in the comments and introduce yourself to the other ladies, of course, as well. And tell us what made you start your business. And so, yes, I am a social media strategist and a personal brand coach. And what I do is I help female entrepreneurs connect with their ideal clients on social media and build a standout brand. And I am here and in general on a mission to empower female entrepreneurs to be more brave in showing up online with their business. Because I had a time when I wasn't as brave and confident as I may seem right now. So yes, I would love for you to be a little bit more brave and tell us what made you start your business. And let me see if you can see my slides now. I'm going to share with you a few photos to get an idea of what was my journey to entrepreneurship. So my journey started while I was still in university. I got a scholarship to be part of a summer entrepreneurship program in the States. And it was an amazing experience when we got to meet some real life entrepreneurs. And my idea and understanding of being an entrepreneur at the time was to have this one-of-a-kind, unique idea, and you pitch it in front of some investors, and if they give you funding, that's how your business starts. But I soon realized this is not how things are happening, even though I thought maybe one day I will have a business of my own when I'm a bit older. And so I finished that program, went back to my studies, graduated public relations, and I worked in that field for a few years. I was also organizing events, leading gala dinners, award ceremonies, and things like that. And I absolutely loved it. Meanwhile, I was also doing other fun things like dancing in a hip-hop crew, singing in a band, and also did some theater in my university. This is just a little bit behind the scenes of the real Kalina. Right. And I also got to travel from my work. I got to visit Australia, and all of these experiences really enriched me and gave me a broader vision of the world. And so what happened? On one of those trips, I actually met the love of my life, who is my husband now, and that changed everything for me. I had to move country because we happened to be from two different places. It was a cultural shock for me. It was a very difficult time in my life because I basically was starting from scratch. I managed to get a job in marketing again, doing what I enjoy, but I soon realized that I haven't got that flexibility and freedom of time that I desire. I had issues with my arm as well, and so I couldn't work for long hours. And that is how I started researching the internet to find out more about what it could look like for me to be a business owner of my own. And I'm telling you, this is not where things ended or started. I tried a few different things, including affiliate marketing, and some of those things didn't work for me. And I'm so grateful they didn't, because they took me to the next step and the next step that has brought me to where I am today. And so eventually, by giving consultations to different people interested in social media marketing, I ended up realizing that I want to work with women. And I realized where are the areas where I've figured things out for myself and how I can help them with what I've learned and with what I see works great for them. And so for about a year, I was kind of hiding behind the scenes. I had a friend who was doing some online work, and he always used to talk about what he does. And at some point I was like, right, do you know what? None of my friends actually know what I'm doing. And so I kind of got my ambition back. And after a party we were at, I came back home and recorded 3 videos that I posted over the next few weeks. And believe it or not, that is how, through a recommendation of somebody who followed me on Instagram, I got my first coaching client. And as they say, the rest is history. I've had lots of ups and downs in figuring out how to brand myself. But I'm not going to talk more about this right now. I'm probably going to give examples as we go along, but yeah, this is my brand, this is who I am. I've done a bit of DIY when it comes to my personal branding, and I feel proud of it, and I believe that other women can do that as well. I also enjoy going for walks. I love singing. I love drinking fluffy cappuccinos. And these are some of the things that you could also share as you build a personal brand when you introduce yourself. And I'm going to go back to this in a moment. Okay, let me see what you've shared about how you've started your business. I can see you've started introducing yourself. Wonderful. Yes, founders, female builders. Hi there. Yes, spiritual life coach, mindset and transition coach. I love that. Love that. Thank you so much for sharing, ladies. It is fantastic to get to know you better. And so please feel welcome to write down your questions. I would also want to invite you to take notes, because I know, like, even if you have an amazing experience today, if you don't apply any of what you hear, it kind of would have been another great event, but I want to invite you and encourage you to take some notes so that you can go back in your own time and reflect upon what we've spoken about today. And so I am going to share with you 4 C's to getting more visible. And can I just say, maybe there is an expectation that there will be this magic strategy that is going to help you blow your business up and impress everyone. But actually, it's not just about the strategy. It's not about what exactly you're going to do on social media. It has a lot more to do with the preparation, the inner work, with your messaging, with your offer, the things that you need to get clear about prior to putting yourself out there. And this is partially where I am going to focus on today. I'm also going to give you some action points so that you can try and apply some of the things you're going to learn. So yes, let's dive in. The first C to getting more visible, I believe, is having clarity. And it's having clarity about your ideal client, about your offer, about your end goal and your strengths. And let me just explain what I mean by this. So, of course, we need to know who we are talking to, who is on the other side. And knowing your ideal client means knowing what their problems are, what their goals, what their desires are. What is it that troubles them at night? What are the things that they are looking for a solution? And once you know that, you can then create content from that perspective. You can then speak directly into their problem through your content, whether that's going to be video, text, posts with images, or going live. It will be speaking directly into their situation. And this is what you want. You want them to feel like you completely understand them, that like you can sense their pain, and that you've got the solution for them. And so once you're clear on who your ideal client is, then you can create an offer that is in response to their need, that speaks into that problem and gives a specific solution. And of course, how are you going to know whether this is going to work for your clients? You need to talk to them. You need to speak to them. Maybe do a market research and see what is it that troubles them the most, or what is it that they want to achieve. And so having this first initial stage of market research, whether you are in the beginning stages of your business or whether you want to pivot, you've done something for a few years and you feel like there's time to shift, market research can give you a lot of the answers that you're looking for. And of course, you need to bear in mind what your end goal is. What is the end goal for your clients as well? Like, what is it that you want to achieve? Because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're growing a business with a model that is not going to work for you and for the lifestyle that you want to have. So bear your end goal in mind. And this is probably my favorite part, your strengths. I'm a believer that if you were to commit to a social media strategy or an approach, if you want to say, then it has to be aligned with your strengths. It has to be something that you enjoy doing, because if you're not enjoying it and if it's not something that comes natural to you or that you've worked on as a skill, it's very likely you're not going to commit to it. And then lack of consistency, and you're not going to see the results. And it's not that the strategy doesn't work. It's just not working for you because it's not aligned or in harmony, in unison with who you are as a business owner. And so when it comes to clarity, here is an action point for you ladies. To do some market research. Maybe find 5 of your current existing clients, or find 5 people that might be interested about working with you, people that you connected in Facebook groups, and ask them a few questions about their goals, about their desires, about what their biggest problem and challenge has been so far, so that you can get to understand them even better. And then also take time to reflect, to get clear on your own goals, on what is it that you want to achieve, and on your strengths. And that is number 1. Number 2, confidence. Of course, it is important to have confidence, because without confidence, you might have an amazing offer, but you won't be able to present it in a way that people sense that you are confident, that this is a solution that you have for them. And so I would love to ask you, and let us know in the comments as well, what are some of the things, what do you do? Oh, sorry, let's just read the question. When do you feel the most confident, or the least confident, but when do you feel the most confident? And I'll tell you why. I would love for you to think about a time or something that you do that makes you feel the most confident. Because imagine how powerful you would be if you could translate the confidence that you have when you're cooking, let's say, or when you're doing something that you enjoy, or when you're teaching your kids something. So if you could transfer that confidence into when you show up online and share your offers, when you show up for your business, it will be so powerful. And that is kind of the state of mind I would love for you to get into whenever you're putting yourself out there, to think about, the time when you feel most confident. For example, for me, that is when I sing on stage. I feel confident because I know what I'm doing and I've prepared for it. And so I am trying myself to bring this to the times when I show up with my business, the confidence that I have when I'm singing, because I'm enjoying myself. And that is what you ladies should be doing when you show up on social media. And so how do you become more confident? I have thought about that and done some research, and there are 3 things I believe can contribute to your confidence. The first one is to be competent in your area. There's no avoiding of this. And I trust that if you're here, you've taken the time to prepare, you've taken the time to develop professionally, and you're investing in yourself by just being here, you're going to become even more competent in the areas you may feel like you're lacking something. So first of all, be competent in your field of expertise. Second would be comprehensive preparation, where you take the time to prepare for the opportunity that is ahead of you. And finally, of course, we need a bit of courage. Even if we are prepared and even if we are competent enough, sometimes we just simply need to show courage in order to show up for our business. And so my action point for you is, first of all, of course, to think about what are the areas in which you feel most confident. And then secondly, to choose one area to do with your business in which you're going to practice showing up with confidence. And I wanted to share a quote with you from a movie, actually, with Ozzy, which says, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage, just literally 20 seconds of just embarrassing bravery, and I promise you something great will come out of it. And I do believe this is the truth for you ladies. I am looking forward to reading all of your comments as we move on to the next thing. I don't know if you've been able to see my slides. I hope you have been able to. Yeah, let's see what is happening. Yeah, it's moved back to the beginning. But basically, what I wanted to share with you is to show courage, to be courageous when it comes to being visible in the online space. And let me just see what is happening here with my computer. Of course, today, the technology is not on my side, and I probably should have not touched it for a second, but hey ho, we are gonna move on. We are gonna move on. Bear with me. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Is it gonna let me, or is it not? Let's just try again. Da-da-da-dum-da-dum. This is what happens when you do live, when you do stuff live. And sometimes things are not gonna work out, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because people are gonna be here for you. And it's about how you get up from these situations when you are having a challenge. It may happen to you, it may happen at a live event, but responding with confidence. Come on, this is a perfect example for you ladies to see and see how you can respond. Yeah, I can see you can see them. I'm just not sure what exactly you can see. That is a problem. Yeah. Oh wow. It feels like it's jumping from the first to the last, but let's just see what's happening. Okay. And so the next thing I wanted to share with you ladies was to do with, so we said so far clarity, and then we said confidence. And the third thing I wanted to share with you is connection. I believe there needs to be connection. What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want people to remember you for when it comes to what you do? Because people are going to be desiring to work with you if they knew you as a person. That's how we build trust. That's how people can relate to you more, when they know you as a person. And so that is an absolutely crucial area, and that is why I'm so passionate about personal branding, because I believe that is how we can relate to people and allow them to resonate more with our story. And so when it comes to connection, you cannot build a personal brand without being personal. There's no way you can show up and try to build a personal brand without sharing things about who you are as a person. And I would love for you, whether that's right now or in your own time, to think about what are some, maybe 3 things that you can share with your audience that are specific to you. 3 things that you enjoy doing. It could be like a hobby of yours, or it could be something to do with your childhood or experience, somewhere you've been, but something that is absolutely personal. And what happens is people will remember you for the business that you have, for what you're doing, but they also may associate you with what you've shared with them. And also, another tip and trick for you there, when you do social media networking, you can, once you're aware of the things that separate you and the things that are specific to you, the next thing that you could do is use these, because you're already aware of them, use them as you network. And you don't have to invent the wheel every time. All that you need to do is include this in your communication so it's more personable. And I know for some of this will come natural, but for some of us, maybe who feel a bit more private, this may not necessarily be the natural thing for us to do, to share things that are part of our personal life. So I would love to invite you and encourage you to think about some areas about which you can share in your communication so that you can establish a connection with your audience. And here is my next action point. What are some of the things that you can share with your audience? Choose one thing that you can do to build a connection with your audience on social media. And with that being said, I would love for you ladies to share with us in the chat, what is your preferred platform? What is the platform that you use to show up the most or most often for your audience? I think it was very interesting for us to see what platforms different people are using, and see how how many of you are using mainly Instagram and how many of you are mainly on Facebook or using Facebook groups. I think it was very interesting for the rest of us to find that out. And I am pretty sure I will be able to bring my presentation back for you. Okay, we are not giving up. There you go. And so we got to the point where we are talking about connection. Number 4, ladies, number 4 is coming to you, and that is consistency. I know you probably listened to other people talk about this, but the reality is you need to be consistent in order to see the results that you desire. Because if you're not present online, then it's just not going to work for you. And so I would love for you to be honest with yourself and ask yourself the question, whether you're present enough online. Do you need to be more present? Where do you need to be more present? Where are your ideal clients? And so that you can show up at the places where they're at. What should you put in place for you in order to stay consistent? And I believe, apart from choosing a strategy that is aligned with your strengths, another good thing that you could do is to put it in your schedule. Make sure you have put in place, the tasks that you have decided to commit to, and then also find an accountability partner or be part of a group where you can be accountable as you are trying to grow your business through social media and take things to the next stage. And so my other action point is to pick one daily action that will move the needle for you and help you commit to staying consistent. And so to recap, so far what I've shared with you is the 4 C's to get more visible, and that is clarity when it comes to your ideal client, your offer, your end goal, and your strengths, so that you make sure that you're devoted, you're focusing on the right offer in front of the right people. Then secondly, to show up with confidence when you share content, but also when you're putting your offer out there. To connect with your audience, pick strategies, share things that are personal so that people can relate to you, and be prepared in advance so you don't have to think about it every time you introduce yourself, but be able and be ready to open up when you're meeting new people in the online space, which might be harder or easier for some of you, I don't know. But basically, be ready to open up more and be more transparent and share more about yourself. And then finally, be consistent in showing up online. And if you think I am finished, I am not at all. I wanted to share with you something else as well, which I found based on my experience. And I believe that for you to be more visible, you need to be strategic about it. And so a few months ago, I decided I wanted to become more visible with my own business. And what I did is started taking action on a daily basis. And so I quickly realized that in less than 30 days, I've managed to book myself 10 different guest speaking opportunities. And it was through being in Facebook groups, speaking to somebody else's Facebook group, speaking on a podcast, doing a collaboration with somebody else, going on a live together, doing events such as this, etc. And so all of a sudden, I realized that what I thought might be a difficult task, including getting publications, turned out to be not as difficult. And here are the 5 things that I found that helped me when it comes to getting myself even more visible. And I'm just going to quickly mention them. First of all, I was intentional. I wanted to make it happen. And so for you to see a change and get more visible, you need to be intentional. Secondly, I was looking for opportunities. And something you could do, if you want to have more opportunities to get visible, find Facebook groups for female entrepreneurs, or somewhere where your ideal client will hang out potentially, and then go into the search bar and type maybe podcast or speaking or collaboration, and then join in the comments, start sending a message. Send a message to the person who initially created the post, maybe tag them and maybe send them a private message as well as responding to the comment. That is an easy way for you to respond for an opportunity that is already out there for you and just waiting for you to jump on it. And then another approach you could use is to create those opportunities. So if you're not finding those posts, you can create those opportunities for yourself. And what you need to do is basically, if you see somebody in the same niche, somebody that you like and resonate with, and you think, actually, I really enjoy listening to this person, I think we would do a good job doing something together, just approach them. They're human beings, normal human beings as like you are, and they are most likely also want to get more visible with their businesses and grow their reach. So you can use both of your audiences to serve them, but also create more opportunities for yourselves. And of course, finally, prepare, take the time to prepare and show up. And with that being said, I would love to invite you for some questions, but before we go into this, I would love for you to take a screenshot of this visibility health check. Here are some questions that you can ask yourself on a regular basis. I believe this is super valuable. If you want to take it as a coaching session with me. You're getting here for free, but basically do some self-coaching using those questions. You can check with yourself and see what are some of the areas maybe you're not showing up online at all or enough. What is it that you need to change or maybe do a slight shift? What is it that you need to 10x in order to see more results? And I believe this can be super helpful for you as you try to get more visible and get more opportunities. Okay, and so I am waiting for your questions. If you have any questions and something in particular that you want to get answered, please feel welcome to do so. Otherwise, of course, is all of the ladies who are going to be here with you today, we have prepared different offers that we can share with you and give an opportunity to take things to the next step, make a decision to take your level to the next, your business to the next level. And so I'm also going to share with you a bit more about the work that I do with other female entrepreneurs like yourselves. I can see somebody shared that they're on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Yes, another person saying Twitter and LinkedIn. Fantastic. And so showing up on social media doesn't have to be this, difficult task. If you just decide to do something small every day, then you can gradually grow upon that and do more of it, and you will get your pace of flowing. You will learn what works well. But at the end of the day, I think if there's one thing that you remember, it's not about us. It's about the people you're serving. It's about the people you're talking to. And so when you're creating content, think about what would be helpful for the people that I'm here to serve. And that is how you can get a limited number of ideas for your social media posts. And of course, focusing on quality versus quantity. Choosing one thing that you can start doing today, which is going to move the needle for you. What is that for you? So yes, ask yourself these questions and make sure, make sure that you take the time to think about those things and see how you can apply some of those things in your own business. And so I wanted to share with you quickly something about what is it that I do. If you were to imagine what it would look like for you to transform your business by building a personal brand, attracting new clients to your business, and knowing exactly what to post and as content that connects and converts. I know very often this is what people are wanting to see, and sometimes it can be draining when you're trying to figure this on your own and you're like, right, I don't want to invent anything, I need some support. And so that is how I, by recognizing what the need is out there, I started my coaching program, group coaching program called Elevate Your Brand. And for the ladies that I've been working with, there are 3 areas that we focus on to help them get more visible and grow their business, elevate their brand to the next level. And the 3 areas is, first of all, get very clear business clarity, like we spoke earlier today, so that they make sure they're devoted on the right model of business, the right business model. And they also have the systems in place for whenever people start coming to them, they will be able to not burn themselves down, burn themselves out, but be able to sustain a growth and be able to scale their business. So whether you're in early stages or you have been in business for some time, it's good to have this check-in and make sure that you have the right systems in place. Secondly, we focus on building a personal brand and making sure that your brand is in alignment with your business, with who you are as a person, making sure that you are showing up as yourself, but you're also showing what you want people to gather from you. What is it that you want to be remembered for, like we said earlier. And then the third area is a social media strategy, where we come up with a specific action plan for you to apply when you show up on social media, and I help you tailor a strategy that is specific to your business, ensuring that it's going to work for you, for your niche, for what it is that you are doing. And so these are kind of the main areas that we're focusing on. And I just want to quickly tell you about a few of the ladies I've worked with, and their transformation has been absolutely incredible. Melly, for example, she was hiding behind the camera, working with the wrong clients, one of the many people in her niche, and she was rarely showing up online. And after working with me, we managed to help her have a recognized brand. She was able to find more of her ideal clients. She was also regularly selling 4-figure offers, and also got to speak on TV. She was doing Facebook series, but also speaking on TV, and became the go-to expert in her niche. She was also having a very specific niche. She was educator, and managed to charge way more than most of her competitors were able to. Then Polly, she's also a personal stylist and a self-esteem coach, I believe, and self-care coach. And so she went from somebody who did not feel good enough, confused about her messaging, and overwhelmed with the demand of social media and content creation. She was only posting like a few times a month, and of course not seeing any engagement. And in all of that, comparing herself to some other people in her field. We worked together, we got clear on her branding, on her messaging. She was able to show up on video with much more confidence, and her Facebook page grew. She was clear on her message and started posting not just 3 times a month, but 3 times a week. Come on, this is a lot. And she started getting plenty of DMs with people being interested in working with her. And then finally, Yana, when she came to me, she's already been for 10 years in business. I felt humbled, and even for a moment questioning, like, what is it I can do to help her? Because her business was flourishing and everything, but turns out that she was exhausted and burned out, feeling trapped in her own schedule. And she was avoiding putting herself out there because that meant having more work, and they hadn't been able to figure out how to scale and grow. And so she was rarely posting on social media, didn't even think that maybe things would work out for her in that way. At the second coaching session we had, she shared that since she started working in the group coaching program, she felt like her passion has come back. The spark is there again. She started prioritizing more self-care and putting systems into place so she doesn't get burnt out and she can scale her business. She found her brand voice, and I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it when I heard it. She posted one post, and as a response to it, she got 4 high-ticket clients, and she's charging way more, I think, than $2,000 for each of those clients. So she got over $8,000 with one social media post that was personable and resonated with who she was as a business owner. And so I believe this is possible for you ladies. If you want to position yourself as an authority and leader in the online space, this is somewhere you can start, elevate your brand with what I've got prepared for you. And I'm going to quickly just walk you through this opportunity for you today to see if this is a good fit. If not, all my best blessings to you. And I know if you're convinced and confident and you want to make it happen, you'll make it happen anyway. You won't need me. If you're confident that you want to make your business a success and you want to achieve your lifestyle, of course you will find a way. But here I am to share this opportunity with you. If you're lacking direction and you are tired of trying to figure things out yourself, and you want to have a clear strategy when it comes to content creation and creating content that resonates with your clients, elevate your brand might be a thing for you. And so what you would get, I have this specific offer for you ladies, especially for those of you who are at this event. You will get 8 weeks of group coaching calls with me, video training. There's a weekly module, downloadable workbooks, and done for you templates to make it easier for you to apply this to your business. You will also get some content ideas to create for a whole year, your weekly emails and social media videos, whether that's Facebook Live, etc., and have a strategic action plan to follow that is based on your strengths. And of course, I'll share with you my toolkit about the tools that I'm using to make my business a success. Of course, who doesn't love bonuses? I've got a few bonuses for you, and that is being part of a group. Everyone will get to be a part of a private group chat where you can stay connected and be a part of a community of other ladies who want to be more visible online and build their personal brand. And for those of you who are able to pay in full, they will get a one-to-one deep coaching session with me and a private chat support when I will respond to you and your questions. And so, as you can see, there's so much I've put in there, probably more than I should have for what I'm charging, but I wanted to share this with you. And although this is a value today, I decided I really like Dwania. I really loved the event. I think the other speakers are absolutely incredible, and I feel so honored to be with them here today and with you all. And so I decided to do something I haven't done before. Actually, two things I haven't done before. One is I'm getting 20% off for those of you who want to join me for the next 24 hours. And there is also payment options, so you don't feel the pressure. And there is, you can do this by going to the link which is going to appear in the chat. It's bit.ly elevate my brand, and you're going to be able to see all of this information in your own timing to see if this is a good fit for you. But basically, you need to make sure that you use a discount code business event, because that is going to help you then get that 20% discount and get the prices that you can see at the bottom. And if this is not good enough for you ladies, if this is not awesome enough, I have decided to have this special bonus. Like, this is something else I haven't done before. And I know I'm perfectly putting myself out there, or maybe way too much putting myself out there, but I am confident that I can help you. For the first two of you who sign up, I will help you personally land a guest speaking opportunities. And I'm not promising you will be on Oprah. Don't get me wrong. You're going to choose the guest speaking opportunities, but I'm going to help you and walk you through the process of making this happen so that you can get to this next step for you, where you can share your message with the world and become more visible in your business. And I know the value of that is probably more than the coaching program itself. So the first two people, two ladies of you who join me in Elevate your brand coaching program, I will be personally helping them land their next guest speaking opportunity. And so, ladies, you will be able to find some more testimonials on the landing page. I don't want to keep you busy with that information, but yeah, you can find all of that on the landing page. Don't forget to use the business event discount code if you wanted to join. And finally, I wanted to leave you with the following quote, which says, "You can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, you will." I absolutely believe this is true for you ladies, and I do believe that you have an incredible message that the world needs to see. Please don't do my mistake of hiding for one whole year behind the scenes, but show up with your business. Start small and keep on going. I believe this is what's going to help you build a habit around being consistent, and it's going to help you become more visible so other ladies can be blessed with your skills and with your business and who you are as a person. Of course, if you want to join, please follow me on Instagram, Kalina Allen UK, and you can join my Facebook group, Brave Female Entrepreneurs, where we talk again more about personal branding, social media strategy, and mindset. I believe my time has gone. I couldn't see if you had any questions, but I will be more than happy to answer them for you as we go along. Or if we have more time to do that, but I will be more than happy to do that for you. Please feel welcome to send me a message. I've loved finding out more about who you are and what you do, ladies, and I think it's awesome that we're going to have some networking as well. So yes, fantastic to be with you today. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And please make sure that you also participate in the polls. I saw that when it comes to, showing up online, the things that are mostly holding you back is getting overwhelmed with social media and your own limiting beliefs. And I believe if you stick to the rule of one, you will be able to get going. I absolutely believe in you, ladies. And so, yes, this is it from me. Thank you so much for having me. Looking forward to finding out more about all of you. Looking forward to the next speakers. I know they will be amazing. I believe this is it from me. Sending you my love from the UK. Have an awesome rest of the event, and I will chat with you behind the scenes in the networking section. See you.